So last week on Twitter, a Yahoo reporter by the name of Kelly Aiko reported that LaMelo Ball wants out of Charlotte, or maybe the Charlotte Hornets front office isn't too set on LaMelo being a long-term franchise superstar for the team. And LaMelo later on basically debunked this, saying it's not true, but I thought it would be an interesting idea for a rebuild, trading LaMelo Ball Charlotte Hornets rebuild today, just because we're kind of in another year with the Hornets being a little bit disappointing around LaMelo Ball. They're not a good team this year. Their best player has been their rookie Knipple. LaMelo's been dealing with the ankle issues yet again, and I thought it'd be a fun rebuild for you guys today. So over the last decade of my life, pretty much since I've been making YouTube videos, I've always made it a priority to work out and go to the gym and focus on my physical health, because I think that also affects your mental health. And that's why I'm excited to say that today's video is sponsored by Transparent Labs. And usually after a long day of making videos, if I decide to go to the gym at night, I like to use Transparent Labs pre-workout to help me get through my workout at the end of the day. And it's not just pre-workout that they have to offer. It's protein power, it's protein bars, it's creatine, it's greens, you name it. They have such a variety that I think could fit anybody's goals and situations to help better their health and wellness. And what I love about Transparent Labs, there's natural ingredients and they are third-party tested as well. And like I said, I like to use their pre-workout as well. I like to use a little bit of this when I head to the gym. This is their strawberry lemonade flavor, and there are so many different ones that they have to offer. They have pre-workout for your bulk, for your lean. There's stim-free as well if you like to have it with a lesser caffeine amount. They have blue raspberry, orange, tropical punch, cherry splash, fruit punch, green apple, and sour grape. So many different options. And I'm actually heading to the gym after I record this video, so I like to put a little bit in a shaker cup, give it a good shake, and I really just like the strawberry lemonade one. I think it tastes absolutely delicious. And like I said, there's so many different flavors for the pre-workout, different options, lean, bulk, stim-free, and so many different flavors for their protein as well. And they are running their biggest sale of the year right now for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And they are offering 25% off all supplements, plus you get a free bundle on orders over $149. That bundle will include a backpack, water bottle, 5 free samples, which include 2 creatine stick packs, a hydrate stick pack, and 2 protein plus bars as well. You can see the QR code on the screen right now, or head to the link in the description. And thank you again to Transparent Labs for sponsoring today's video. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? And yeah, I would love to know from you guys as well, Hornets fans, as I forgot to do start today, so give me a second. So yeah, this team is 4-13 right now. You guys may see this after the Knicks game. I think you might end up seeing this on Thanksgiving, actually. So I hope you guys are having a great Thanksgiving. I know there's no basketball today, but maybe this could be your fix. And yeah, LaMelo Ball has struggled kind of since he had that triple-double against Washington earlier in the year, where they ended up winning against, yeah, I guess one of the worst teams in the league. LaMelo had a sick triple-double, and I still think he could be a great player, but I think like for the couple hours we thought it could be legit, and maybe it is, and they're just trying to downplay it so it doesn't become a distraction in the locker room. We don't know. Like, you don't really know unless you're there, and I don't think it'd be crazy for the front office to maybe trade away LaMelo. I do think if you trade him now, though, you are selling a little bit low, but then if you're getting LaMelo at his peak, wouldn't you want to keep him for the future? Because Charlotte, I don't know, they haven't been the best organization over the last, basically since the Hornets have been a thing. But like, Brandon Miller, if he could just show what he was in his rookie year and stay healthy, I think he could be great. Knipple, I think, could change the trajectory of this team. He's already an 83 overall in 2K. He's averaging 19 points in his first like 17 games this year. And I'm intrigued about some other players on the roster as well. I think Kalkbrenner is a solid center. 2K giving him a 79 overall. I like Diabate as a center as well. Grant Williams, I think, is a good veteran when he comes back. Miles Bridges, ready for him to be off the team, but still like an objectively fine player in the league. T-John Salon, more of a project than maybe the Hornets would have liked. Knipple is like truly an elite shooter, an elite off-ball player going forward. Lee McNeely can be something, but Khan has looked so much better than McNeely so far. I think Sia James has looked great as a role player. Trey Mann has been a little disappointing this year for Charlotte, but Colin Sexton has been an absolute beast for this team and is definitely somebody Charlotte should look to extend this offseason. I don't know if we can extend him mid-season. So yeah, when you're talking about a team that could trade for LaMelo Ball, it's tough, right? Like, who has given up a bunch of assets for LaMelo? In 2K, he's gonna have good value. I think Toronto, we could maybe think of an idea with. Miami, we could think of an idea with. I don't think Orlando. I don't think Atlanta. Trae Young for LaMelo Ball swap. Philly, no. Boston, no, it just doesn't seem like a Boston type of player. Milwaukee, like maybe, but like it's going to be really tough to make the money work, and they don't have that many assets. Brooklyn could look for that franchise star. I mean, maybe we end up sending him to Brooklyn. Washington as well, but do they want to send him within the division? And in the West, Dallas needs a point guard, but are they in a position right now to do something like that? I think I could get some creative deals out there. Pelicans, yeah, they're desperate since they don't have their first round pick. Sacramento, Utah, maybe. I don't think Memphis, right? Like they already have John Moran, and I have no idea what's going on there. Minnesota could use a point guard. Phoenix could maybe use another point guard, but I don't know if they would have the assets to get this deal done at the moment. Houston, definitely no. So I don't think I'm going to trade LaMelo until the All-Star break. And if I can't find anything I love, I'll trade him in the offseason. I don't know if I'm going to put on trade override. I hope I don't have to. I thought about like maybe getting Dallas's pick, and like Derek Lively could be an intriguing young guy for us moving forward. And Anthony Edwards just won NBA Cup MVP. We're 5-22. Like, yeah, this team is going to be picking at the top of the 2026 draft most likely. I don't think anything is going to change here. I mean, yeah, if we get Darren Peterson, LaMelo's gone. Like DeBanter, Cameron Boozer would obviously be fantastic, but once again, you're leaving it up to the lottery gods, and it's not a favorable ask. And Brandon Miller has a left hand fracture. He's been very injury prone to start off his career, unfortunately. We are 11-44, and yeah, we're about to approach the trade deadline. We are 13-36. Okay, so LaMelo's fully healed. I was worried about that LaMelo was going to get hurt, and then we would probably push this to the offseason. Con Knipple just not happy with how this team has been looking lately. Is his shot tendency like way lower than it needs to be? Why is it at a 45 2K? So if I went to LaMelo Ball into Trade Finder, right? Let's see what we could potentially get for LaMelo just in here. I would probably rework it a little bit. Like, I don't think I'm getting Darius Garland. Him for Lonzo would be funny. Yeah, I don't think... Like, LaMelo for Josh is a hilarious swap for either team. Like, this one is intriguing just because, okay, so Trae Young is a lot better than LaMelo Ball, but he's a free agent at the end of the year. LaMelo's under control for the next couple years and could end up making like $20 million less than Trae Young. It's an idea. It's definitely an idea. I mean, the Heat were really good without Tyler Hero. They just brought him back. That one I'm intrigued about for sure. I mean, Markkanen and Kessler, like, would Utah want that type of swap? This is actually, I think, a really good trade for us. Domantas Sabonis, yeah, but like, I just don't think that's the long-term contract I really want. Dallas, like I said, they could make sense. I would probably want Derek Lively over Daniel Gafford going forward. The Nets could be a team. I don't really want Cam Thomas whatsoever. I mean, maybe there is some type of Zion Williamson for LaMelo Ball swap as well. Phoenix, Dylan Brooks, and Grayson Allen, some nice role players, but like, I would like at least an intriguing pick or player. So if we send LaMelo to Brooklyn, for the money purposes, I guess Nick Claxton would have to be in this deal. And then could I get, well, they don't own their first round pick going forward. Could I get a couple New York Knicks picks? Give me the 27, 28 first. And I want at least one of your young guards. I mean, Yegor would be the best option, I think, but I don't know if they would do that. And then I will also give you in this deal, who will I give you? Will I give you Trey Mann in this deal? Oh, he only has a star and a half trade value. Can I give you Josh Green? Yeah, but he only has a star and a half trade value as well. Grant Williams, 1 star. I mean, say we threw in Josh Green. So we did Claxton, who I don't love that contract, but it's at least another big on the roster. 2 first-round picks and Yegor Dolman, who was just a top 10 pick for LaMelo Ball and Josh Green. They're going to say no. Can I throw in like a second rounder? And that gets it done. I don't really think I have much other talent to throw in. Like, I don't really want to throw in Sexton. I would throw in Miles Bridges, but I don't really know how you guys make the money work unless Michael Porter Jr. is involved, because unfortunately Trey Mann is hurt. Like, I feel like that's a pretty good offer. Like, I don't mind putting trade override on this one because LaMelo Ball is like a better player in 2K than I think he's currently in real life. I mean, that is something. I think Dallas, I mean, they do have Kyrie Irving, so it's not like they definitely need a point guard right now. Like, I just don't think the Jazz would trade away Markkanen for LaMelo Ball. Like, he's 28 years old. I would probably get, like, I guess Nurkic would have to be in this deal. Like, give me Kyle Anderson. I would probably want Isaiah Collier in this deal. Wow, everybody's, like, hurt on this team. I would want Isaiah Collier. And then, like, they're 23 million off, so it is really tough unless Nurkic is in this deal. So maybe I end up just trading LaMelo in the offseason. I think that's where we're going to end up heading to. So Nikola Jokic just ended up winning MVP. Con Knipple, who is probably the Rookie of the Year front runner right now in real life, takes home the award. If you had a preseason bet on that, it's probably paying out pretty well just because Cooper Flag was definitely like the odds-on favorite. Wemby Depoy, Reed Shepherd, 6th man of the year, Montes Buzelis, most improved. Shout out to the 2024 draft class, getting some awards. The Knicks won 65 games. Okay. So here's All-NBA first team: Jokic, Wemby, Giannis, Luka, Shea. Can I get like LaMelo on an All-NBA team to just kind of tell people that, all right, we had an All-NBA guy. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Khalil Ware and Bam Adebayo on all defensive second team. That's pretty electric. Yegor was all rookie first team. We'll keep an eye on that going forward. And unfortunately, Khan got banged up later in the year. Ryan Kalkbrenner, about 7.5 points, 6 rebounds. He was a top 10 rookie this year. The Charlotte Hornets, What? I'm like speechless right now. We actually made the play-in tournament. Oh my God, we won 31 games. Well, that is way too many. That's not going to give me a good chance at landing one of the top studs in the 2026 draft. I mean, we're going to at least have some meaningful basketball going forward. We are going to be without Con Knipple in this game, but sure, just we'll beat the Raptors. I hate that I want to lose, but I want to have a better draft pick for the 2026 lottery. Knipple not playing in this game, and we scored 37 points in the second. LaMelo is just trying to piss me off. If we make the playoffs, oh my God, not ideal. Brandon Miller 32, LaMelo 31. I know, I've done plenty of rebuilds with LaMelo Ball, so if you want to see me use LaMelo, check out, I've done one at least here in 2K26, but I'm trading him today. I'm trading him, and we're going to beat the Bucks, aren't we, on the road? Oh my God, we're going to be in the playoffs. Why? Oh my God, please. I never wanted to lose more than right now. Please, Milwaukee. Thank God. Oh my God. Oh my God. We got outscored by 15 there in the fourth quarter. Like, we're guaranteed the 15th overall pick if we win this game. But now we're either going to be like 10 or have a good chance of going into the top 4. That's probably LaMelo's last game. He was a minus 18 in this one. We ended up losing by 8. Ooh, all right. Connaughton was bad. LaMelo was bad. Brandon Miller's bad. Sion James, I think he's going to be just a really good role player in this league. I'm excited about him going forward. I would say like Bridges, Man, and LaMelo, maybe the most like ball dominant players on the team. Hopefully aren't going to be here. Definitely LaMelo, obviously. Bridges and Man, I think I want to move on from after the offseason. The Knicks and the Timberwolves in the finals, and the Timberwolves end up winning at 7. Randall, finals MVP against this former team, 28-12. And 3.5. So let's go here to the start of the offseason. We have 3 improvements to go back from. How the Hornets were in the second leg of the play, and that's like their best season since 2022. There goes Steph Curry, who I'm going to override his retirement. Al Horford, I'm going to override. Drew Holiday, I'm going to override. I feel like McCollum's got a little bit more time left as well. I just wanted to see if Jimmy retired, because sometimes he does. He didn't. Chris Paul retires, which we know is now happening, and LeBron and Russ retired as well. We aren't going to have any jersey retirements, and yeah, maybe LaMelo was going to have his jersey retired one day. Not going to happen. So we are projected the 8th overall pick. We are guaranteeing ourselves a top 10 pick in this draft. I'm going to watch the first 2, and then we're going to simulate this. So the Grizzlies are picking at 14. 13, is it going to be the Denver Nuggets? Please, we don't need any chaos there. Bang, the Denver Nuggets. Let's simulate it. And the Hornets are 3. Let's go. Let's freaking go. That's why I wanted to lose against the Bucks. That's why. So you're going to have the Jazz 1, technically the Nets 2. You're going to have the Hornets 3, technically the Pacers 4. I don't know why the Pelicans have that pick. I'll switch those up. We also have 2 first rounders as well. I'm going to have 21 via Orlando from basically the Yusuf Nurkic salary dump. All right, so we're going to keep Charles Lee as our head coach moving forward. Let's go to the pre-draft workouts, where essentially we're picking 3 of a 3-person draft at the top. So Peterson, Boozer. I like Kareem Lopez as of late, but this would definitely be an AJ Debanta pick for us. AJ and Brandon Miller I don't love. I don't know if there's somehow like a trade with the Nets at number 2, and then there's like a pick swap in there. I mean, let's revisit the LaMelo trade with more teams having cap space. Maxi's interesting. Grayson Allen, Dylan Brooks, just not the sexy package that I would like to have back. I have no idea what LaMelo's trade value would realistically be, just because of how disappointing he's kind of been since like his sophomore season. So the Nets we could revisit. I mean, do the Nets just have cap where I could just do honestly like Yegor and that's it? Perfect. So let's say Yegor Doman. Let's say those 2 Knicks picks. And then could I also get like Drake Powell in this trade? Went to UNC. He might be a North Carolina kid. I think his parents were athletes at UNC. I could be wrong. So I do Yegor 2 first and Drake Powell for LaMelo. They have the 2nd overall pick. I mean, I don't know if I could somehow do like a 3-for-2 swap in here as well. Might as well offer. So they're not even interested in that. Let's offer this. They say no. I would give you Trey Mann in this deal if that can help it go through. They say no. And I do have 45. I'll throw in a 2nd. I mean, I'll give you... Okay, how much cap do you guys really have? Because I'll get Miles Bridges off this roster. He could be a throw, and he's an expiring. So LaMelo and Bridges to Brooklyn for Yegor, 2 first rounders, and Drake Powell. Come on. I think I'm going to trade override this one just because I feel like it's a good trade. I mean, I know. I just feel like the Nets would do this, and I'm not asking for too much. I mean, if you really don't want to move Yegor, I will take, I don't even know. Like, I guess I'll take Nolan Traore and try to develop him, but then it's tough to make the money work. So I got to take back like Terrence Mann. I don't know if you'd prefer to do that. Even that doesn't go through. All right, but if I ask for Terrence Mann, can I get like a 3rd first rounder? No. What about if I just do the 3-for-2 swap? Okay, so they would want my 2028 lottery protected pick and Nolan Traore. I feel like I shouldn't be giving up draft capital in this, although I do expect to be good by 2028. I mean, so essentially it would be a 2029 first rounder, and I'm basically going up to 2 as well. But like, so that's guaranteeing myself either Boozer or Peterson, one of the two. I think I like Boozer better for this team. Like, I just wonder if AJ's a little bit redundant with Brandon Miller, even though I like AJ a ton. I think I'm going to do this trade. So we get 2 first-round picks from last year, 2 future first-rounders. I don't have to use trade override. I do think we're maybe getting a little bit of a short end of a stick. LaMelo is, like, by far the best player in this trade. Let's just do it anyway. And the Nets, yeah, can get our 2029 pick. We'll see. So I have Terrence Mann. Not under the best contract in the world, but definitely at a tradable salary. Another project on the team in Nolan Traore, I know. So let's scout out the top 3. Did I keep my second rounder in this draft, or did I have to include that? So I have 45, I have 21, and I have 2. Miles Bridges off this team. So let's see who the Jazz take at number 1. And there could be a surprise. There's no surprise. They take Darren Peterson. So at number 2, I think I'm going to go with AJ DeBant, or I'm going to go, with Cameron Boozer here. I just think he's a little bit of a better fit now that Miles Bridges is gone. A clear path for Boozer to start. Miller at the 3, Khan at the 2, and then we have Boozer at the 4. I think if I went with AJ, where's Khan in this? Where's Brandon Miller? I don't know how I feel about AJ as a stretch 4 at the moment. Just like he could get a little bit physically outmatched. And do the Nets take AJ at 3? Yes, they do. So the Nets are looking exciting, right? Like they have AJ and they have LaMelo Ball for the future. Dataman ends up going 4. Jackson Lindenberg ends up going 5. That probably should have been Mikal Brown. The Jazz just traded Lowry Markkanen in Memphis for the 6th overall pick. Okay, and they selected Koa Pete out of Arizona. Dame Sargos to the Celtics. The Thunder are on the clock, and they're trading for Pascal Siakam. Okay, I don't know about that. Chris Sinat goes to the Pacers. Kareem Lopez to the Hawks. The Lakers fell off this year. They take Caleb Wilson. That's a good pick. The Blazers are trading oh my God, the 11th pick for Paul George and Justin Edwards. I mean, Philly doesn't need another guard, but that's a hell of a trade for them. Dash Daniels to the Raptors. I would have liked that for some defense. Quaidance goes. Yesufu goes. The Mavericks are on the clock. They're trading for Dyson Daniels. What is Atlanta doing? Dyson Daniels for the 15th overall pick. They select Braden Burries. And they just drafted somebody, right? Isaiah Evans goes to Milwaukee. So they're going to end up with Kareem Lopez, Braden Burries. Kareem Lopez was from the Pelicans. And they have the 18th pick. Bennett Sturts to the Spurs. That's a good pick. I probably should have traded up for Sturts. Now, LeBaron Philon is still on the board. I don't know if Kingston Flemings is in this draft class, who's been killing it in real life. LeBaron Philon is there. That's probably who I would target if he's on the board. Darius Akuff is there. Christian Anderson Jr., Silas Demery. I like Miles Uzan. So it starts off the board. It's clearly Philon. So I don't know if I can, like Atlanta, can you trade down? Would you do 18 for 21? I don't really have much to throw in. You want Terrence Mann back? I just traded for him, so I can't trade him for 60 days. I hate that rule. I'll give you Trey Mann. Trey Mann to move up 3 spots in the draft. It's going to clear up $8 million as well. They're going to say no to that. Wow. Okay. Don't take Philon. All right, they don't. I don't think the Thunder would take Philon. Yes, for that one, didn't I? And then JT Toppin goes to the Kings. So there's Darius Akuff on the board. There's Neil Abdelas. There's Hans Steinbeck. There's Elijah Arenas, Sergio Delaria, Bryce James, and Ademara, Tomislav Ivicic, Mario Saint-Superi from Spain playing at Gonzaga, Patrick Ngungba. We could take, I don't mind going one of those options. Trey White from Kansas. I got to see him in person at the Players Era. I think I'm going to take, oh man, this is tough. Is this supposed to be Cam Carr? No, this is Cohen Carr, obviously. So, damn, Caden Boozer. You know what? It's dumb, but I'm taking Caden Boozer because I took Cam Boozer. So we just drafted both of the Boozer twins. And then I took another guard in the second round. I ended up taking Miles Uzan from Houston at pick 45. So Miller, we're going to pick up that team option. Salon, $8 million, but I will pick it up. I don't think we were going to be like a big free agency spot going forward. So we are going to extend the qualifying offer, sure, to KJ Simpson. Why not? But I would like to bring back Colin Sexton basically on that Trey Mann contract. I'm going to honestly front load it at about $12.5 million and do a team option on the last year. I just don't think Sexton is getting a much more competitive offer than that. It would be nice to bring in AJ Mitchell, Cam Thomas, Benedict Mathurin for about $21 million a year. I don't know if I want to bring in like a third center to kind of compete with Diabate and Kalkbrenner. I probably should. And that center can be Mamu is here. All right, let's bring in Mamu on a 2-year deal worth about $4.5 million. Can kind of space the floor. So we'll do Sexton, Mamu Kelishvili. Takes me a minute there. So Pat Connaughton's contract is off the books. We will have a decent amount of money freed up next year. I mean, the man contract is 2 more years, but definitely tradable. Green and Grant are off those contracts after this year. So we will theoretically have some money to spend. I don't know what I will be spending it on. James Harden is now a Washington Wizard. Austin Reeves is a Bull. Trae Young is a Clipper. Kristaps goes to the Lakers. Vucevic to the Hawks. Hartenstein to the Lakers as well. All right, so Brandon Miller, Konka Cameron Boozer is kind of the future here, 2 through 4. I think center and point guard for the future is still up for grabs. All right, so I could extend Diabate right now. I'm going to give him, actually, I might wait. I might run the risk just because I don't know if I'll play Mamu over him going forward. So I do need to release 4 players before the season started. Sorry, KJ Simpson, but I drafted Uzan. We have like plenty of point guards right now. I think I'm going to, I forgot that I have Trey Man and Terrence Mann. Don't believe that they're related. I'm going to release Josh Green. I'm going to, man, we need veterans. Like if this was a real locker room, I definitely would keep Grant Williams. I just don't have any, like, I'm not going to play Grant Williams. I'd rather see what I can get out of Tijan Salon this year. So do I have to cut one more person? I do. I guess all signs are pointing to like, I don't know. Do I cut Trey Man? That sounds insane to do. Maybe I'm going to look to trade Trey Man. And Philadelphia's got some cap, so could I maybe snag 2 second rounders? I don't think I'm getting a first. Even though they would offer me a first, I just don't think anybody's giving up a first round pick for Trey Man. Basically what he's doing right now, although he's a fun scorer, he can cosplay like Allen Iverson, right? So Kevin Durant is going to retire at the end of the year. I would like for, oh God, who's going to start at the 1? Boozer, the rookie, Traore maybe? Because I like Sexton in the 6-man role. Like, I know Mamu's pretty good in real life and has been good for the Raptors this year, but I don't think he's going to crack the rotation right now. Sion James, you're going to get like 18 minutes a night. I don't know. Like, Liam McNeely, is Tijan even going to crack the rotation? I don't know. We're going to go like 23 nights to Traore. Let's go 35 to those guys. We're going to go 28 to Kalkbrenner. We'll do about 24 to Sexton, 23 Diabate, and then we'll go like 18 Powell, 18 Sion James. I don't know here. Maybe I end up going like 20 to Traore. And then if I can give like Salon or McNeely 7 minutes, I'll go Salon to start off the year just to see what he can do. There's a chance I don't pick up that 4th-year option at the end of the year. We start off the season getting blown out by the Magic. We lose by 3 to the Clippers. The offense could be a little bit iffy this year. Maybe it's just cursed to be a Charlotte Hornet. Cameron Boozer breaks his ankle. He's out 2 to 4 months. So, hey, you're going to see a ton of Tijan Salon now, and then we're definitely going to get McNeely, who can kind of be like a stretch 4 in a way. We're going to go like 26 to Salon. That's fine. And we can get up to like 13 a night for McNeely. We're 1-12 to start off the year. So some things maybe never change here in Charlotte. It does suck that Boozer ended up getting hurt. At least Khan looks like just like an all-star. And Anthony Davis is your NBA Cup MVP this year for Dallas. So we are 9-17 right now. We're actually playing a little bit better as of late. Khan and Miller combining for about over 45 points a night. We will check in on LaMelo Ball and the Brooklyn Nets. LaMelo, Michael Porter Jr., and Cam Thomas, and Miles Bridges. And AJ DeBanza is actually amazing. Like, this would be must-see television. And welcome back, Cam Boozer. So he's going to end up starting for us again. Salon, actually not playing that bad. McNeely's been playing all right as of late, but I do think since Salon can be a free agent quicker, we're going to get him back. And they're about 13 minutes a night. Boozer, we're going to ease back into the swing of things. And we're here at the trade deadline. We're actually, like, not that bad. We're 21-29 at the moment. And we were so bad last year, we ended up as the 10th seed. Like, right now, we're part of, like, this weird, terrible tier in the East. Oh my God, like the Cavs are 4 games under 500 and they're the 5 seed right now. So yeah, there's a chance we could definitely be a 4 or 5 seed this year in the first year without LaMelo Ball. We just got Boozer back. I'm fine with my center rotation. Like, I don't really think there is a place for me to make a trade right now. How has Traore been this year as kind of the starting point guard? You know what? He's not taking any threes, but that's fine. He's still just 20 years old, trying to develop him right now. So, like, I don't think I'm going to make any trades. I mean, you look at our salary cap breakdown, like Diabate is the only like notable free agent at the end of the year. Oh, Brandon Miller needs to get extended. I forgot about that. All right. So that's going to be like $40+ million. I don't even know if he was extension eligible last year. I wonder if any team would take Trey Man for me. Like, he does have 2 years left, but I think would be a better player if there's like a really bad, like 1-year deal out there. Yeah. Like Draymond Green. I would have to give up a first rounder to take on that money. Ooh, not worth it. Paul George, like I would take on this contract if it was an expiring. I'm not risking 56 million next year. Houston, okay, I could decline Finney Smiths. I mean, I don't know if I'll use the cap, but I would not mind having that flexibility. Utah with Conchar. All right, we'll do this. I will have to throw in a 2027 swap. So we are going to make that trade. So not too active of a deadline, but let's see if we can maybe be a top 6 seed in the East. Given how terrible the East is, I think that's pretty realistic. And Victor Wembanyama ends up winning MVP. Darren Peterson is your Rookie of the Year. Debansis, 6th Man of the Year. Wemby, Depoy. Come on, Maui Watch, Most Improved, and Jason Tatum is your Clutch Player of the Year. All NBA first team, you have Wemby, Giannis, Jokic, and Chet Holmgren making it. Second team, you have Paolo, Tatum, LaMelo, Luka, and John Morant. Third team, you have Bam, Cat, Duran, Peterson as a rookie, and Devin Booker, Alex Sarr. All defensive first team, AD, Asar, Bam, Duran, and Kalower, defensive second team. Here's all rookie first team and all rookie second team with Cameron Boozer, who did miss a decent amount of time this year. So we ended up falling off a little bit in the second half, which, you know what, 36 and 46 is what, 5 more wins this year than last year. So we are heading, I think, into the right direction. We still have a young core that's getting better and better. We are the 9th seed right now. We do own, I think, like Dallas's first rounder in the 2027 draft from the PJ Washington trade. And we'll check our draft capital when we get there. But let's see what we can do against the Boston Celtics. I mean, I think Brandon Miller was really good this year. He played all 82 games, which is very encouraging leading up to him getting a contract extension. 23 points, 5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 50-40. Okay, 50-40-90 for Miller. Khan, 54-44, basically 90 splits if you round up. He was fantastic in year number 2. There's Sexton, Boozer, Kalkbrenner, like kind of a beast, man, of a second round pick for us in the sim. So we're taking on Boston here at home, the Terry Rozier series, the Kemba Walker series, the Charles Lee series. He was a Celtics assistant before going to Charlotte, and we are currently, we're not going to beat, I think we beat the Raptors last year in the 9-10 matchup. We're not winning this one. We end up losing by 15. So if you would have asked me before the year, I wouldn't have expected to make the playoffs, but the fact that we were like a 6 seed at one point at the deadline, I thought there was a chance we could have. The Nets are the 2 seed with this roster. It would not work in real life. That's why 2K is a little bit different. 2K loves Cam Thomas. And the Bucks were up 3-1 on them. Yeah, it was 3-1. Okay, Giannis had 46-20 and 8 here in game number 3. So the Knicks are playing the Nets in round number 2. I think we have like the Knicks first rounder. They're in the conference finals. And then the Pistons are taking on the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA Finals. And the Pistons end up winning in 6 in the Tim Hardaway Jr. Bowl. Cade Cunningham, 35, 4, and 8 is your Finals MVP. So there goes Al Horford, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, James Harden, Vooch, Tobias, Jimmy, Bradley Beal, a bunch of guys retiring right now. Mike Woodson and Kenny Atkinson retiring as KD, Steph, and James Harden all head to the Hall of Fame. And here we are during the night of the 2020, the 7 draft lottery. We do own our first round pick. It is there at number 10. I don't think we're getting like anything too crazy here. So we're going to see the Rockets there at 14. Actually, like we could move up into the top 4, which would be pretty freaking sick. We'll see if we can, and we do not. We are going to stay at pick number 10. Atlanta loses their pick to San Antonio from the DeJounte Murray trade. The Nets are getting the Clippers pick from, I don't know. I thought that would be from the Harden trade, but how did the Nets get that? I'm not sure. Either way, the Nets do own it. The Clippers at 11 via OKC. So OKC was in the lottery this year. Yeah, okay. And we do own Miami's pick at 17 from the Terry Rozier trade. I forgot about that. And we also own the Knicks pick at 25 and Dallas's pick at 30. So Dallas is probably happy giving up basically the 30th pick for PJ Washington. I do have 3 non-lottery picks. As we look here in the draft, Bruce Branch recently just reclassified. He could be the number 1 guy in the 2027 draft. You have Tyron Stokes, who's fallen. I don't know if he's fallen off a little bit in real life, but he's still probably going to be the number 1 guy. You have Braylon Mullins from UConn. You have Declan Daru, Taj Ariza. A lot of like real players in this draft class. Like shout out to Joda Kelmer here on ESPN. Cole Rosario at Kansas. Xavier Booker at UCLA. Dwayne Aristod from Arizona, Jason Crow, Cameron Carr, who I think could be in this draft. He's playing really well for Baylor so far in real life. So let's go to these pre-draft workouts. I don't think I really want to bring in like 3 rookies. We have 6 draft picks. So I wonder if I can consolidate some of these. If we did 46, 32, 25, and 30, could that potentially get me up to like 15? I mean, I think the Clippers, you can't do this like because of the Supreme rule. I feel like they have not that much draft capital. They would think about that. Boston, would they do that for 15? They would. And that makes sense for them too because they didn't have that many draft picks. So we have 10, 15, and 17. We'll scout out Brandon McCoy, who I think is going to Duke. We'll scout out Braylon Mullins in this range. Other point guards, Let's see. Omar Meyer from Purdue. Dylan Mingo, who is still uncommitted, but I think is going to commit soon by the time you guys are seeing this. It's like Penn State, Washington, UNC, and somebody else. We'll scout out Bruce Branch, although I don't think he falls to us. And yeah, let's start up this draft. I don't think I'm going to trade for a point guard just yet. The Nets land Stefan Joksimovic. That would be a perfect point guard for us. So should we trade for LaMelo Ball now? Just because they have LaMelo Ball, they have him. Yegor is probably on the market. So the first 3 picks are Joksimovic, Collins, and Baba, who I think is committed to Maryland. I assume the Kings are going to take Branch or Stokes here at 4. They end up taking Tyrone Stokes. The Spurs at 5 get Bruce Branch. That's a stud pick. Number 6, the Pelicans are taking Hugo from France. 7, Brandon McCoy. 8, Mika Marinin. That would have been a fun pick. And then 9, the Pacers are trading the pick to Utah for Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler and Halliburton playing together is fun. Caleb Gaskins goes to Utah. So we're on the clock here. You have Jordan Smith, a little bit of a smaller guard. You have Declan DeRue, a physical guy out of Texas. You have Braylon Mullins, a good wing from UConn. We took one, or the Hornets did with McNeely in the 25 draft. You have Omar Meyer. You have Rob Wright from BYU. Nicholas Amenia from Duke. Wouldn't be a terrible pick. All right, so I think with one of them, I'm going to take Nicholas Amenia here from Duke, who's a very good floor spacer. And if McNeely's not going to be like a guy for us going forward, I think Amenia can be one. There goes Caleb Holt. The Bulls are going to take Taj Ariza, son of Trevor. Jordan Smith goes to the Jazz. And Braylon Mullins goes right before us. Damn, that's who I was probably going to take. So we're on the clock here. I don't mind the idea of Xavier Booker. I like Omar Meyer as a shooter. So I'm going to take Omar Meyer from Purdue. And then Rob Wright goes, I wasn't going to take him. So we have a lot of point guards on the roster, right? You have Traore, you have Sexton, who's kind of like a 1 or 2. You have Caden Boozer. We have Omar Meyer now. Miles Uzan may never really play for us. So you know what? I'll take Xavier Booker. If you watch probably like my 2K22 rebuilds, he was always like a top guy in one of those draft classes. He was a top recruit going to Michigan State. Never really worked out there. So we went 2 Big Ten guys and an ACC guy. We're going to pick up Kalkbrenner's team option, Knipples, Drake Powell's, who was pretty good for us last year as like a 3-and-D wing. Sion James, I'm going to pick up as well. Good 3-and-D wing. T-John, $10 million. I think I'm going to decline that and let him be an unrestricted free agent. Hold on to that $10 million. We're going to decline the option on Uzan. We'll bring back Traore. I don't know, though. I know he was like a premier piece in the LaMelo trade. I mean, is it dumb to decline $10 million for Salon? Like, I wonder if I can get him back at a cheaper price. It's probably not even legal in the NBA salary cap or in the CBA, but I'm going to try it. Diabate wants about 5.6. He wants about $20 million. What? Are you kidding me? Okay, well, that's not going to happen. So going into next year, we have Kalkbrenner, Mamu, Booker, maybe Diabate coming back. I think we might try to pick up a power forward. I mean, we do have big time money. Do I want to sign Karl Anthony Towns? I wouldn't be able to sign, like, how much is Brandon Miller asking for? Like, not a... Why is he asking for the same amount as, what's his name, T-John Salon? So I'm going to give him a 5-year, $125 million deal. So we're going to renounce the rights on Conchar. I guess we'll renounce him on Salon. And yeah, we sign him. So I'm not going to land at Karl Anthony Towns. Anybody switch up? Giannis is a warrior. That's about it right now. Tower Hero could have been an interesting addition. There is Julius Randle here, who's a good player, but we do have Cameron Boozer. But Randle can just raise your floor. How was Bridges last year in Brooklyn? He was whatever. Jeremy Shohan is interesting, but for $20 million, a little bit less interesting. So I think I'm going to let Diabate walk. I don't know if I want to spend any of my money here. We should still have a little bit of cap space next offseason too, because the 2024 pick, Salon, no longer here, so he's not getting an extension. So we should have, even with these guys making a lot on their team options, I think still cap space next year. So I don't want to spend just to spend. I just wouldn't mind like signing like Josh Hart to a 1-year deal. I know we would be technically under or over the salary floor, and I'll bring in Derek Jones Jr. on a 1-year deal as well. So we'll sign these 2 veterans for the locker room. So we do see some nice progression from Traore. If he could show strides this year, I think he can be like our franchise point guard in a way, but we need to see it this year. I know that's a lot of pressure for like a 21-year-old, but we have a lot of influx of talent right now. Like Caden Boozer, I'd like to play a little bit. Omar Meyer, probably not going to play. Booker, probably not. I'm going to go with Sandro at least to start off the year, and then we can maybe kind of throw him in the second half if it's worth a shot. All right, so is there any contract extensions to get done with before the season starts? We could re-sign Sion James. Yeah, let's give him that nice like AJ Mitchell type extension. I guess I can't do the same with Kalkbrenner. He doesn't want to stay, which is annoying. I do need to cut somebody before the season starts. That will be Derek Jones Jr. So let's advance here to the 2028 season. We haven't made it to the playoffs yet. I'm hoping Boozer, Knipple, and Miller can bring me there this season. So this is going to be the starting 5. We're going to go about 20 minutes to Sexton. We're going to go about 22 to Powell, maybe have him as a 6-man. We're going to go about 15 to James. McNeely, I don't know, man. I don't know, Jim. So I'm going to go, I might go an 11-man rotation. I think Amenia's going to play about 10 minutes a night. Boozer's going to play about 10 minutes a night. And then I would like to get Sandro in there, but maybe not. So maybe, oh man, what do I do? Like, I don't really need the Drake Powell and Sion James archetype, but they're just good players. So maybe none of my first round picks are going to play out of the gate because I'd like to see what Sandro can do. And then let's go like 33 to Boozer. Let's go like 25 to Kalkbrenner. Let's go 36 to Knipple, 36 to Miller. Let's go 2 more to Traore. I want to see what he can do. Back-to-back to start off the year. God damn it. As I say what I want to see what he can do, he ends up getting hurt. So, Sexton, do I want to start him as my point guard? No, I think this is where Boozer can get some playing time. And then we will definitely get, I think, Omer Meyer into the rotation. So we ended up dropping 142 to start off the year. Knipple had 36. That's why I think this team could be really good right now while Knipple and Boozer are under their team contracts or rookie deals. But we get off to not the best start. Damn, and Sion James just broke his, say, ribs, I think, or leg. So he's out 8 to 10 weeks, which is kind of a shame. So that is probably going to be Nicholas Amenia getting in here. And we recently just got back Nolan Traore, but we're 18 games under 500, sadly. Yeah, not ideal. Maybe I don't know. I guess we could try to figure out what we want to do. Maybe it's an upgrade at the 5 spot. Maybe it's an upgrade at point guard. I think we could be active. The deadline is a little bit sooner than I would have liked. And we are going to win 4 in a row leading up into the deadline. So, I mean, we lost Traore for a decent amount of time. He only played 7 games right now. Colin Sexton, I like. Drake Powell's really good. Like, Drake Powell's kind of a beast for us right now. I mean, could I just throw Con at the 1? Nah, he's only averaging 2 assists a night. Cameron Boozer, Con, and Miller combining for 60 plus at the moment. How has Mamu been? He's been knocking down 37% of his threes, but I don't think I'm going to make any trades. I just don't feel the need to right now. And Sion James broke his leg, not his ribs. And we have won 5 in a row, 6 in a row since Traore came back, and then we get blown up by the Hawks. But maybe we could flirt with the play-in again this year. Our pick is lottery protected. And Wemby wins MVP this year for the San Antonio Spurs. Tyron Stokes, who was the 5th overall pick, 4th to the Kings Rookie of the Year. Mikael Brown Jr. just behind all those guards in Philadelphia, 6th man of the year. I mean, I might call up the Sixers and see if they want to trade me a point guard because they have so many right now. Giannis All-NBA first team for the Warriors. All-NBA second team, you have Paul Banchero, John Morant, Cooper Flagg, Halliburton, and the Ant-Man. You have Tatum, Peterson, Shea, Bam, and Şengün on third team. Are we going to get any Charlotte Hornets here? We didn't really get any Hornets at all. Shout out to Lachlan Obrick, who was a second rounder by the Bulls in the 25 draft, getting on an all-rookie team. So we didn't even make the play-in tournament this year. All right, I think that's where we get a little bit aggressive. I think we have the trio that played almost all 82 games. Miller missed the final 2, but I think we're going to go a little bit aggressive here in the offseason. Traore, man, he's intriguing. He really is intriguing, but he missed so much time last year. Caden Boozer really wasn't the best, but he really wasn't the worst in the absence. I think Kalkbrenner, like, we might try to upgrade the center position. We'll see. I mean, how close were we to, like, so we won 31 games in year 1. We won 35 games in year 2. We took a step back this year, which is unfortunate. A negative 5.8 point differential. The offense, I mean, it's about middle of the pack. The defense, it's 4th worst. So we might try to get a better rim protector in the offseason. Cooper Flagg and Jalen Brunson are your conference finals MVPs, and the Knicks end up winning in 5, with Brunson being your finals MVP. So let's see what we got here. In the offseason, we got improvements, but I don't know if the team really improved. So Paul George ends up retiring, Draymond, Hardaway, Damian Lillard retiring in Utah, Josh Hart retired. I don't think we're going to be retiring Josh Hart's number. Doc Rivers retired as well. Dame and Draymond heading to the Hall of Fame, or getting their jerseys retired, not to the Hall of Fame, or no, yeah. So draft lottery, we are projected at number, where are we? 9. It is lottery protected, and we have a more incentive to be good next year because we don't own our first round pick. We got to give it to the Nets from the LaMelo Ball trade. So 14's the Pacers, 13's probably going to be the Wizards, and let's see where we are. Bang! Bang! Why are the Nets picking so high every single year? They pick so high in 26 with their pick, so high in 27 with the Clippers pick, high in 2028 with the Sixers pick. We're picking at number 2 though, which is fantastic. I have no idea what route I'm going to end up going. And do we have any other first rounders? We have Brooklyn's pick at 16. I believe that was a swap best with the Knicks from the LaMelo trade. Wish that was a little bit better. Charles Lee, man, do I fire Charles Lee? That is a question. That is definitely a question. I'm going to keep him around one more year. And we have the second overall pick. Do we want to like dangle that in a trade? I have no idea. There's a lot of small forwards here at the top of the 2027 draft. I mean, I could trade number 2 for Josh Giddey. Just a floor-raising point guard in this league. I could trade 2 for Bam Adebayo if we really want that rim protector. He was an all-defensive guy last year. But I'm saying F it. I'm throwing a big deal out here. We're trading away number 2, 2028 Brooklyn pick, and a 2030 pick from us, top 3 protected, for Amen Thompson and Tari Eason. Eason isn't under the best contract. It's not the worst. It's not the best. Almost $18 million for the next 2 years. And Amen Thompson coming to Charlotte to run the point. Yeah, it's risky, but it's going to help out our defense. I know he's not a great shooter, but just get the ball to Boozer, Khan, and Brandon Miller, and things are going to be okay. Welcome to the team, Amen Thompson. So in the second round, I ended up taking Darren Rippey Jr., a point guard out of NC State, right? Or was that? Yeah, NC State. And then the NBA draft, they ended up taking Nathan Solomon, number 2. I just wasn't going to take a wing that I don't think was going to end up really playing for us next year, just because, I don't know, maybe I would have thought about trading away Brandon Miller. Like, that could have been a possibility. Sexton at 11 million, I'm going to decline. McNeely at 5.4, I'm going to decline as well. Boozer at 4.6, I'll bring back. And yeah, we're going to pick up the team options on everybody else. I still want to be in the center market. I don't know if we have, like, center market money. Not really. Yaxel Lindenberg got non-10. What? Why draft him 5th overall then? I don't know. I don't really want Sabonis. I don't really want Mitchell Robinson. But I might not have another choice out there just because I can't trade Eason till like December, and I think, okay, it actually won't allow me to sign Mitchell Robinson. I mean, I probably should have just brought back McNeely, because then I could have like included him in a trade, because it's really tough to get a center that's kind of good. So we will sign Nemesis Keita. We could bring in Danny Wolf. I'll sign Keita on a 1-year deal worth the minimum. Sexton, end of an era. Mamu's gone. McNeely's going to be gone. Anybody switch up? Luka is a Sacramento King. Ja Morant is an LA Laker. Okay. Anthony Davis stayed. Donovan Klingon's a Bull. We have Boozer at an 88. Amen goes down. Miller goes down. Traore goes up. Omer Meyer goes up. Powell goes up. We just kind of have to figure out the center. And I think this team is complete. All right. So we are going to give Khan a nice extension. $38 million a year. Just kind of crazy. Traore, not going to give him that. Powell, I'm going to give him that. So we are going to lock up some of our guys. I think Kalkbrenner, who's not really been happy here, we're going to look to eventually move him. So it's going to be Amen Thompson, Brandon Miller, Knipple, Boozer. They want to start Keita. Okay, we can think about that. Traore's going to get like 15 minutes a night. Eason, about 18 minutes a night. Like Eason and Amen, we just got the Terra twins in basically one trade. I would like to also play Kamenia a little bit as well. About 13 minutes a night. We're going to play, I think, a little bit less to Brandon Miller this year. He'll get 29. We'll go 35 to Amen. We'll go 31 to Boozer. 33 to Con Knipple. Hopefully this team could be better, because if not, I might fire Charles Lee at one point throughout the regular season, which I don't normally do, firing a coach in season. But, like, we're off to a 1-4 start. Okay. All right, this team is absolutely cursed. Amen Thompson tears his right tricep. He's out 8 to 10 weeks. And we're 7-11 when this injury happens. We just beat the Rockets, I think, without Amen Thompson. So, yeah, welcome back to the starting lineup. Nolan Traore. I know it's been a minute. Zachary Risache is your NBA Cup MVP here from the Atlanta Hawks. All right, so we're 24-26 at the deadline. We recently got back Amen Thompson. We are close to a positive point differential, and we are close to 500. So, I'm going to try to upgrade that center spot. Unfortunately for us, Kalkbrenner has a high ankle sprain, so I'm not going to be able to trade him, which is pretty unfortunate. So I think we're going to probably leverage the Tari Eason, about like $18 million a year contract. I thought Traore would have been an interesting trade guy as well, which it's still so dumb that you can't trade injured players. So yeah, I'm just going to trade Traore, who's going to be hurt for 6 more days, but yeah, can we fix that 2K? Why has this always been a thing? All right, I'm trying to make this trade with the Detroit Pistons. Tari Eason, Nolan Traore, and Xavier Booker for Alton Green, Trent Perry, but most notably, Jalen Duren. They're going to say no. I don't have much draft capital to throw in, so we're going to throw in a 2033 first, and they agree to that. So I really depleted our draft capital. We don't have many first-round picks going forward. Our first this year goes to the Nets from the LaMelo trade. Then we own a pick to Houston from the Amen Thompson trade. I think we get 2031. If this is outside the top 3, we get 2032, but 2033 goes to the Pistons. So at our peak, we have 2 non-shooters, maybe even 3 if Boozer's not knocking down his threes, but he has been. I mean, Amen Thompson, Miller, Knipple, Boozer, Duren. Can that be something for us? We're going to have Powell, James, Amenia, Kata. We have Boozer. Kalkbrenner is going to take Kata's minutes probably when he comes back. Like, Jalen Duren has always kind of been the 2K Shaq, so we'll see if he can actually put it together for us going forward. And yeah, I still want Knippo and Brandon Miller shooting the ball a ton. Hopefully we could be good in the second half. Wemby wins another MVP. CJ Roster, the rookie of the year, the #1 pick. Hero 6 man of the year, once again in Miami. Nikola Topic, most improved. Nikola Jokic, clutch player of the year. It would have been sick if like Nikola Jovic ended up winning something else. So here's All NBA first team: Wemby, Jokic, Giannis, Flag, and here is All NBA second team, and we get somebody on All NBA team, or an All NBA team. It's Cameron Boozer, who played 37 minutes a night this year. 50, 40, 90 splits for a power forward. Yeah, we're kind of like running him into the ground. Nate Ament, all-world defender. Not much of a scorer, though. Kind of struggling there. That's the pick we gave up for Amen Thompson, Nathan Solomon, who shot 38% from the field. We finished as the 2 seed this year, folks. We're going up against the Indiana Pacers in round number 1, 50-32. All right, vibes are high. 50-32. We ended the season on a 7-game winning streak. We were 9-1 in our last 10. Second best point differential in the East. 5th best point differential in the NBA. So, yeah, there's a big gap between us and the West. But Boozer can play. Everybody's pretty much good to go for the playoffs. And let's see what we can do going up against Indiana. You guys know the starting 5. It's going to be Powell as a 6-man. Kalkbrenner is going to get about 15 minutes a night because I'm going to go 33 to Duren. I don't really think I want to play Omer Meyer, to be honest with you. I think Sion James can get about 17 minutes a night. We'll do 24 to Powell. Let's go 36 to Boozer. Let's go 38 to Khan. I'm good with that. We'll go 33 to Brandon Miller. We'll go 38 to Amen Thompson. Nicholas Amenia was pretty efficient this year, so I'll give him about 6 minutes a night. We don't have too many guards on the roster. 4-star balance, Charles Lee. So can we beat Indiana, who have Nemard, Halliburton, Mathurin, Ament, Walker Kessler, Chris Sinak as well? They just played each other in the Players Era tournament. Game 1, we're going to lose. I actually felt so confident about this series. And then we lose by 32. Not what we want. Not what we want whatsoever. Game number 2. We're going to win this one. 127-119. 28-11 for Boozer. 24, 8-4 for Amen. 23 for Miller. 13 rebounds for Jalen Duren. We're going to win game 3 as well. 125-110. 27 for Knipple. 20 for Miller. 18-11 for Duren. 13, 12, and 6 for Amen Thompson. Game number 4, we unfortunately will not have Drake Powell for maybe the rest of the series. So, yeah, I'm going to need Sion James to step up. I'm going to need Nicholas Amenia to step up. And then the final 11 minutes will probably go to Cameron Boozer. Caden Boozer. So we're up 2-1. Make that 3-1. We're going to win by 2. Brandon Miller at 21. Sion James stepping up. Boozer did not shoot the ball well. Knipple, Amen Thompson, I think could be better. And we are going to lose game 5. They're 1 game away from forcing a game 7. 79 points between Mathurin and Halliburton. And we're going to win game 6. There we go. So we're going to advance to round number 2. Boozer is fully healthy now. In game 6, we ended up winning this one by 14. Boozer with 25. Miller with 24. Jalen Duren with a double-double. So in round number 1, our leading scorer was Con Knipple. Or excuse me, it was Brandon Miller. We're taking on Cleveland in round number 2. Garland, Mitchell, Tyson. I just learned that Jalen Tyson is the brother of Jordan Tyson, the Arizona State receiver who's going to go like top 10 in the NFL draft. Hans Steinbeck, they've developed into being a nice big. You have New York and Atlanta. Texas matchup here, and a rematch of 2022's Western Conference semis over there. Game 1, we're going to win this game. Both these teams used to have a ball brother. They used to have Lonzo. We used to have LaMelo. No more. The Nets didn't make the playoffs, I see. So we are going to win the first 2. Drake Powell is back. Jalen Duren had 30 points and 8 rebounds. 25 for Miller. 23 for Cameron Boozer. Now with Drake Powell back, we are going to get him into the rotation. Do I want to bench Caden Boozer? Probably will. And then Nicholas Amenia, they're saying to not really even play that much. He's going to get like 6 minutes and all right, so I'll go Caden Boozer about 8 minutes a night, and then we're going to go about 18 a night to Powell. Just kidding. We're going to go 22 a night to Powell. Game number 3, we're going to lose this one by 28. Not ideal. 17 rebounds for Duren. Game 4, we're going to lose this one as well. I don't know if it's a coincidence with Drake Powell coming back, but yeah, game 5. We're going to hopefully not lose 3 in a row, and we just lost 3 in a row. Great. All right, game number 6. Can we win this one? It's on the road in Cleveland. Please. Down by 4. Down by 3. All right, come on. Can we come back in this one? Down by 3. Oh, man, this is brutal. Tied game. Down by 1. Up by 7. There we go. A nice run there, and we're going to force the game 7 We're going to win 117-109. Amen Thompson gets hurt, but he could play through it. Game 7, Hornets, Cavs. Let's see what can happen here. We get outscored by 20 in the first quarter. Great, guys. Can we be on the right end of a comeback? A cool comeback? Probably not. You got to go on some crazy run here in the fourth now. We're going to lose by 28. Damn, that is anticlimactic here in game number 7. Is Cleveland going to go to the NBA Finals? Nope. They lose to the Knicks in 6, who are going on to play the Mavericks, and the Knicks never win these, it feels like. They're going to lose, and Cooper Flagg is your Finals MVP. The Mavericks 1-5. Have the Knicks gone to 3 straight conference finals? I think so. Yeah, because I say they never won these, and they literally won last year. Why do I remember? Oh, no. Yeah, so this was year number 4. I thought this was year number 3. The Julius Randle one was that many years ago? Like, why do I not remember saying Jalen Brunson beat the... I don't even know. 4-1. Is that a glitch? 2029. No. That was I don't even remember this one. That's on me. So Kawhi retires Capella, Levine. All right. Wait, I don't know if I saw that correctly. No way he retired. I could be wrong if I saw him or not. There goes Terrence Mann. He retired. I don't know if I did see him. I thought I saw Liam McNeely retire, but yeah, no, I'm right. Liam McNeely retires at 23 years old. Draft lottery. We do not own our first round pick. We are going to be sending that to Brooklyn. It's going to go in there at pick number 20. Well, we can pick 23. I believe in some swaps. We do have to give the Nets pick 24. So that worked out. I'm going to let go of Charles Lee, though. I think we can maybe try to get if we can get a Steve Kerr. I mean, an Eric Spoelstra would be amazing. Mike Brown just won a finals with the Knicks 2 years ago. We bring back, what's his name? James Borrego, potentially. I'll offer Ime Udoka a deal, the former coach of Amen Thompson. JJ Redick, I'll try to sign him. So we get Udoka, Redick, or Borrego. Unfortunately, these 3 say no. The best ratings out of these guys might be JJ Redick. So I'm gonna go with Ime Udoka, though, to be the next head coach. So another former Celtics assistant. I don't want to make any trades right now. I feel like we got to continue to develop the young talent. Keith Bolden, a generational center, goes number 1. That guy looks unreal. So I ended up taking a Nebraskan. Well, Nebraska. I don't know if he's from Nebraska, but he went to Nebraska. Small forward, 19 years old, Casey Oliver. And then we got Ralph Marks here in the second round from Richmond. Shout out the Spiders. So Cameron Boozer, welcome back. Amenia, Caden, Omar Meyer. I forgot, yeah, like 3 Duke guys. Amenia and the Boozer twins. Darren Rippey's going to come back. Perry and Green, I'm going to let walk. Tatum and Booker are heading towards free agency. And so is Cooper Flagg. Şengün's there as well. So Kalkbrenner will come back. All right, we'll give him a 2-year deal. That works with me. I could sign Mikal Brown Jr. I mean, that's not a bad backup point guard. I'm surprised he got non-tenable. Philly just has so many freaking guards. I mean, Cedric Howard would be a cool addition, but we do already have Drake Powell and Tion James. So, I mean, I could sign him out quickly for the minimum. I could try to get Walter Clayton, who's probably a little bit better of a backup guard, but I'll try to sign Mikal Brown Jr. and we get him. Sweet. Mikal Brown Jr., welcome to Charlotte. So Kinniple's up to an 88 overall. Omer Meyer's up to an 82 as well. I mean, yeah, could he start over Mikal Brown? There could be a little bit of a competition to start off the year. And we're going to sign Cameron Boozer to an extension before the season starts. Duren wants to test free agency. Don't love that. Brandon Miller is somebody to potentially keep an eye on as a trade piece this year, but hopefully we don't have to get there. All right, so going into the year, we know it's going to be the same starting 5. They want to go with Omar Meyer off the bench. I think I still want to give that to Mikal Brown Jr., but he's like a really good shooter as well, so he could eventually crack the rotation. But I still want to see what like Tion James and Amenia can do. And let's just hope this season is a little bit different. Maybe we could be a 1 seed. Jalen Duren breaks his leg. We have had so many major injuries in this rebuild. Amen Thompson, high right ankle sprain, 6 to 8 weeks. You can't make this up. And we're on like a 6-game losing streak. Great. All right, so we are 30-22 here at the deadline. We're kind of getting relatively healthy again, which is good. Mikal Brown Jr. has been a nice addition. He's probably going to be the backup point guard for the playoffs. Omer Meyer, now that he has some competition, is knocking down his threes. I might actually change his position to a shooting guard. If I went to Omer Meyer and I went to a shooting guard, okay, it doesn't really change. Of course, Brandon Miller is hurt because he was somebody I would think about potentially moving here at the deadline. I don't think I'm going to trade anybody. Like, I like the depth that this team has. I mean, Kalkbrenner I brought back. He's a good backup center. I'm going to try to move Darren Rippey Jr., who was a 38th overall pick in 2028, for Daniel Gafford, just to be a 3rd-string center in case Kalkbrenner or Jalen Duren got hurt. They would want Nicholas Amenia and Michael Porter Jr. involved. I have some second rounders I could part ways with. Kalkbrenner for Michael Porter Jr. No, thank you. I don't really want MPJ here. I'll give you 4 second rounders. If you say no to that, then I'll find something else. Okay. So I might have overpaid for Gafford. It just gives us an insurance policy. And unfortunately, Drake Powell suffers a broken ankle. He might be out, or he's, I don't know. We're at the All-Star break, so he might be back for the playoffs. All right, so this team ends up going 53-29. I don't know. I'm scared of the Western Conference when you get there. C-Dub most improved. He averaged 24 a night. He fell to like the 10th overall pick in the 2026 draft. Who knows what Derek Peterson could have been for this team if we ended up drafting him. But hey, Cameron Boozer has been more than good for us. CJ Rosser, the 4th overall pick, All-NBA 3rd team. I could have drafted him. All forwards on All-NBA 3rd team, including Cameron Boozer, who's also just a top 10 defender in the sport as well because he ended up on all defensive 2nd team. We ended up as the 3 seed in the West or in the Eastern Conference, unfortunately. Miami, Atlanta, us, or oh my God. The first 5 teams in the East are all from the Southeast Division. That's kind of crazy. Look at that. That is, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I'm sure it's happened in a rebuild, but I just never noticed it. So, Mikael Brown Jr. out for probably most of round number 1, and Powell's recovering from that ankle injury as well. Good thing we do have some good depth on the perimeter and in the backcourt. So, it's going to be Amen Thompson, Brandon Miller, Knipple, Boozer, Duren. Omar Myers is going to get like 18 minutes a night. They want to play Caden Boozer. I don't know if I like Caden Boozer that much there. I don't want to play Gafford. I would like to play Kalkbrenner over Gafford, who's going to get about 15 minutes a night. We're going to go 33 to Duren. We're going to go 38 to Boozer. We're going to go 36 to Knipple. We're going to go 32 to Brandon Miller. And we're going to go 38 to Amen Thompson. Gives me about 21 minutes here. Nicholas Amenia, I need you to hit your threes. You're going to get 15 minutes a night. And the remaining 15, I'm going to go is the Sion James. So it's a bench of Meyer, Kalkbrenner, Amenia, and James. We're taking on the Detroit Pistons in round number 1, a team that has Xavier Booker and Nolan Traore. Oh, Booker, it's actually not bad. He averaged a double-double. And Traore is averaging 16 and 7 alongside Cade Cunningham. So it seems like that trade has been a win-win. They win game 1. Oh. Oh, man. Game number 2. We're going to win this one. They do have the best player in the series, though, most likely in Cade Cunningham. So you have Thompson Twin versus Thompson Twin. We're going to win game 3. So we've now won 2 unanswered. Cameron Boozer saying, you know, Matt, I'm the best player in this series. We're going to go up 3-1. Duren with 32 and 14 against his former team. Brandon Miller had 26. Mikael Brown Jr. is back, but like, where do I play him? Amenia has been good. Sion James has been good as well. I don't think I'm going to play Mikael Brown Jr. right now, even though he was really good throughout the regular season. Game 5, we're going to win this one. 131-124. Meyer was pretty good. Like, I just appreciate the 3-point shooting. We're going to be taking on either Atlanta or Cleveland. Like, do I place? I'm going to probably bench Sion James for Drake Powell, who just came back. He's not played in a minute with the ankle injury. So are we taking on? Yeah, we're taking on Atlanta here in round number 2. So Cleveland beat us last year. We're not going to be able to get revenge on them. 23 a night from Boozer in round 1. Atlanta, 2 seed with Caden Lewis, Jaden Ivey, Reese Shea, this Noah guy, Okungwu, Kareem Lopez, Trey Murphy, Moody, Rob Wright. Not the best team in the world. Like, I feel like we should beat them. But I don't know. I tend to lose these series, right? So we end up winning by 5 in game 2. Double-double for Boozer. Double-double for Duren. These two are a monster down low. We're going to lose game 3. This is what happened to Cleveland last year. We were up 2-0, and then they won 3 in a row. And there goes Kalkbrenner for the year. But I think a left hand fracture, a humerus fracture. So that's why I went out and got Daniel Gafford, because we needed a better third-string center. Game number 4. We're going to win this one. There we go. By 13, that is a huge win. And then game number 5, we're going to win this. The Charlotte Hornets, folks, are in the conference finals. A double-double for Jalen Duren. All right, so Orlando and Charlotte here in the conference finals. Another South East Division team. The Wizards ended up losing to Orlando in round 1. We lose game 1, unfortunately. We lost by 19. And Paolo had 40. Mika Merton had 24. Franz Wagner only had 8. Need to be better. Game 2. All right, something's got to change. We lose by 13. Brandon Miller, interesting. I might lower his minutes just a tad here. We're going to go to 25. There's suggested minutes a night. We're going to go a little bit more to Drake Powell for some defense, and we'll go a little bit to Omar Meyer as well. Must win game 3, and they win by 8 on the road. We actually lost the first 2 at home, which is pretty sad. Game 4, we win. Let's go by 10. Duren and Boozer, the front court that just keeps on giving. Game 5, we win 3 in a row. This is only the Cleveland series reversed last year. Is Brandon Miller the weak link? I don't know. We don't win game 6. Oh my God. Okay. We're going to lose that game anyway, but a terrible fourth quarter. Game 7 of the conference finals. I am so nervous. I feel like we're going to lose this. A good first quarter. Oh my God. We're up by 17. Please, just dominate. Don't make my blood pressure go up. And, you're choking a little bit. You're choking a little bit. No, we're going to get it done. We're going to blow them out in Game 7. And the Charlotte Hornets, I think for the first time in their franchise history, are in the NBA Finals. Give me Golden State. Let's go. I just don't want to play Cooper Flag. 17 and 15 for Jalen Duren. Cooper Flag had 30 and 13. He's just so good in this game. I'm going up against Kuminga, Giannis, and Whitmore. That would not work in real life whatsoever. All right, so here we go. We're taking on Golden State. This is a battle of Steph Curry's home state team versus his NBA team. Game 1. Let's see what happens. We win by 13. Omer Meyer had 22 in this one. Okay, please win Game 2. Let's go. We win by 10. That's what I'm talking about. Boozer with 29. Don't blow this 2-0 lead. Yes, we're up 3-0. Let's go. Maybe the true NBA Finals was the conference finals. And are we going to sweep them? Bang! Bang! There we go. The Charlotte Hornets are your 2030 NBA champions. Cameron Boozer, who we made the LaMelo Ball trade swap with to go from 3-2, Finals MVP, 28-7-5. He also averaged 4.1 stocks a night, and the Charlotte Hornets win it all. The OG Hornets are Con Knipple, Brandon Miller, Ryan Kalkbrenner's 3, and Sion James is 4. So most of the 2025 draft class that has been playing extremely well for Charlotte so far. So that is going to be for me. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, I'd appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know down below what you guys think about this whole LaMelo Ball rumor that quickly got shot down. But do you think Charlotte should eventually think about this idea, or do you think they should just ride things out with LaMelo Ball going forward? Let me know down below. Hit that subscribe button if you were not already. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.